Now, my friends, is a great time to be a Costco shopper because I spy about 10 new items in the warehouse for July that get me really excited and I'm gonna buy today. So let's walk around my favorite store, Costco, show you what's new, break down the ingredients to see if they're good or bad, and of course, show those low Costco warehouse prices. This video is also sponsored by thrivemarket.com. My link down below will get you 30% off your first order and a free gift, and they're doing a huge summer sale right now, but more about that later. Ladies and gents, I've been waiting months for it to come to my Costco, and it's finally here. The big glass jar of beef tallow. I've seen other people post about it online and I've had envy. Well, it's finally here. And it's not just tallow, it's 100% grass-fed, grass-finished tallow, a big 28-ounce jar for $17.99. Tallow is officially the trendy fat that everybody is using. Why? Because we're moving away from the seed oils, going to healthy fats that grandma and grandpa used to use, and tallow is one of them. I know some fast food restaurants are moving away from vegetable oil to beef tallow now, like Steak and Shake, which is crazy, but unfortunately, they buy fries that are pre-cooked in seed oils, but it's all about baby steps. Why is this great? Well, I love how they call out, never bleached, hydrogenated, artificial. But tallow, especially grass-fed tallow, is loaded with vitamins and antioxidants, and it's not oxidized the way like canola oil would be. Fun fact, I use tallow as my skincare cream. There's a company called Primarily Pure and Sky and Soul, and they make moisturizer for your body and face with grass-fed beef tallow. It has a beefy flavor and it has a high smoke point, so you sear steaks in here, burgers. It's great. I've been waiting forever and I'm so happy it's here. The glass might be a little drippy and slimy from the oil coming out, but I'm okay with that. And you might be saying, Bobby, why don't you talk about the ghee? It's because the ghee here is not grass-fed, but some Costco's do have grass-fed ghee, and the color is just kind of weak. You know the color of like grass-fed butter, Kerrygold, versus American butter? This looks like the American butter because it's grain-fed. So it's nice to be here, but I prefer it was organic or grass-fed. But let's all give a round of applause because we have tallow here for an amazing price. Raise your hand if you ever had Cacao Water. It's this newish thing that is awesome. And it basically comes from the cacao pod that they make chocolate from, but this is nothing like chocolate. It actually calls it out right here. It tastes like tropical lemonade. On a hot summer day, epic. And you get 8 of these for $12. So this is what it is. See this little orangutan here holding the cacao pod? All of the cacao themselves are covered in this white membrane that's a fruit. You could actually eat the fruit like jerky or leather, but they squeeze it into a juice. And not only is it very tropical tasting, it's incredibly nutrient dense. I believe they call it out here. Yeah, look at this here. So we're talking about a ton of vitamin C, vitamin B, biotin, natural electrolytes like potassium. It does have natural sugar to the tune of 14 grams, which isn't that high. I'd say it's comparable to coconut water, but it's really cool because they're all about recycling or upcycling, which means you don't waste too much of the food. So it says right here that usually 70% of the cacao pod is thrown away because all people want to make chocolate is the black bean inside that's fermented into chocolate. They use the fruit. Then they use the shell in their trail mix, which I can buy at like Whole Foods. This is very, very refreshing. If you haven't tried it, pour it over some ice. It is delicious. It's incredibly micronutritionally dense with those vitamins and the vitamin C, and at that price, it's worth a try on a hot summer day. I love how these new July finds really fit into the theme of summer, and I've never seen this one here before. It's avocado salsa or guaca salsa from a really good company called Good Foods, who makes that avocado masher that's super yummy. Man, this with some chips dipped in here, maybe the Siete chips over in the other aisle would be great. This is a huge 2-pound container for $8. I love these ingredients. Have you guys ever had tomatillos? They're those green looking tomatoes, but they're actually a member of the gooseberry family. So they roasted those and mixed them with Hass avocados, jalapeno, cilantro, lime, salt, garlic. They don't put how's it going? They don't put lime extract or like harsh acidic flavors in here the same way they make their guac, which I love. This is phenomenal. What's really cool is the macros, 20 calories per serving and 1 net carb. Super low carb, low cal for the summertime when you're in your eeny weeny bitsy teeny bikini at the beach. You're having this with some watermelon radishes maybe to keep it super low carb. This is an awesome new July find. Also, I talked about Thrive Market being the sponsor of this video at the beginning. They are doing their huge summer sale now until the 13th of July. And my link down below will get you 30% off your first order and a free gift. But they have hundreds of items that are on sale for 25% off. The reason why I like Thrive is pretty much anything you'd find in any grocery store is on Thrive, but it's cheaper. You save about 32 bucks compared to going to the store and the box come to your house. I'm gonna type out a list of my favorite items to get at Thrive Market, both food and personal care, and put it down below. But once again, take advantage of the summer sale between now, the 6th, and the 13th. It is a great deal.
And I have your app.
Oh,
and
good.
I check everything before I buy it.
Does it help you out?
Absolutely.
Well, I love to hear that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you do.
Thank you so
And
much.
I like that you go to all the different stores.
I have to spread the love.
Not just one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Hi. We've seen a lot of air fryers here at Costco, but this is a new one that I can personally vouch for. It's the Ninja Crispy non-toxic air fryer. And full disclosure, they did sponsor a short video I did last month where I made my version of a Bobby approved Chick-fil-A chicken tender with dipping sauce. But this is really cool because there's no Teflon or forever chemicals anywhere here. The containers, which there's 3 of them, are glass, and this is all metal and stainless steel. And normally the one that I have has 2 containers, but because we're at Costco, they have a member exclusive 3rd one here. And you just kind of like pop this thing off and it fits onto the different sizes, and you can fry in there and store it in the fridge. All the heat comes from the top. It works very, very well. $160 might be a little more expensive than the traditional bucket ones they have down the aisle. But what's the problem with most air fryers in general that we talk about? They're going to be coated in Teflon and forever chemicals, which, as we know, are toxic. This doesn't have any of that. It works very well, and you get a ton of stuff in here. If you're in the market for an air fryer, I would give it a try. These are finally back, and I know a lot of people were upset they went away. They're low-carb spaghetti noodles called Miracle Noodles, and they're really good if you're diabetic or just want low-carb pasta. First of all, you get 6 of these for $12. It's so much cheaper than any other grocery store. And there's a benefit to this big time. So what is this made of? Well, the ingredients say they're made of konjac flour, which is incredibly low carb, yes. But how about calories? 5 calories per serving is super low. How about net carbs? 1 net carb. 3 grams of carbs minus 2 grams of fiber is 1 net carb. Bonus, those 2 grams of fiber are not just normal fiber. Konjac is a prebiotic fiber. So we have a low carb pasta that's low calorie, that's good for our gut because prebiotic fibers feed your gut bacteria, which is great for your microbiome. I'm gonna give you a pro tip because my first cookbook was called Keto Meal Prep, and I had a few recipes with this. After you open them up, they're in a little bit of a water bath. Drain it and cook it in a dry skillet, preferably ceramic nonstick, for about 3 to 4 minutes until the vapors start to stop. Because if you don't do that and you sauce it with like a marinara or a pesto or a stir fry, it kind of waters it down. So dry the noodles in the pan and then sauce it. They're so yummy. I did a video a while back comparing these noodles to other ones and how it affected my glucose when I was wearing a CGM. This did nothing, even though I had like a triple portion. They are delicious, they're finally back, and they're incredibly economical. You're going camping this summer, this is a must. It's a huge thermos, but not just a regular thermos. It's massive, it's 64 ounces. Wait for it, with 4 stainless steel cups. So you, not me, because I don't go camping, right? Although we are going to Colorado later this month, and I did book a whitewater rafting trip, which is the closest we get to camping. But you fill this up with hot coffee right in here, and it keeps it hot for 5 hours, or cold. You put some Flav City electrolytes if you're going hiking, and it keeps it cold for 34 hours. Not even sure how that's possible, but that's so cool. Then you take your hot coffee and you pour it into your stainless steel cups by the campfire. That is awesome. Glamping, I would do. If someone has like a proper glamp, I'll do. Regular camping, I can't do. But this is nice. 30 bucks. I mean, most people buy like a Stanley, which is 40 ounces, for like $40, right? This is $30. It's huge. It keeps it cold for 34, hot for 5 in the middle of summer. That is so cool. Maybe the most underrated item of the video, but you need it, especially in the summer. It's a combo pack of an infrared thermometer temperature gun and a probe thermometer. Wait for it, $22. If you buy each of these a la carte on Amazon, it'd be about $30 to $32. Why do I love these? Because this one is an InstaRead probe thermometer. So if you're grilling a thick steak or a chicken, it gives you the digital temperature immediately. But this is an infrared gun that I use all the time because it tells you not the internal temperature, the external temperature. So when you're preheating your pan to sear a steak, how do you know it's hot? You throw the gun in it and it shows you the exact temperature of the exterior of the pan. It's so cool. The only pan it doesn't work on is stainless steel. Does anyone know why? I preheat the stainless steel and it always gives it a low reading. Maybe it can't read stainless steel, but this is super handy always, but especially in the summer when you have something thick on the grill. For 21 and change, grab it, you'll love it. Us parents are always looking for healthy snacks for the kids for camp or for school this fall, and we have a new one at Costco. I love this stuff. It's fruit jerky by Soli. It's strips of just fruit. And this box here is mangoes and pineapples. Always check the other ingredients or scan it with the Bobby approved app. That's it, just mango, just pineapple, but it's a different texture, right? It's in that jerky form, which is kind of fun to chew on. And I gotta give Costco a round of applause. They've really filled out the fruit snack section. So these bare fruit rolls are been here for a while. These are a Bobby approved fruit roll up. These That's It bars are just fruit bars that are like chewy. So you have different options. Do you want chewy? Do you want fruit tape? Do you want jerky? All Bobby approved. I mean, let's give a golf applause to Costco. There are basically no Bobby approved graham crackers on the market, but this one from Simple Mills is it. And it's back. I'm calling it new-ish because it was here a long time ago, the plain flavor, and it hasn't been back until now. Why do I love these? Because who doesn't like a graham cracker? But usually they're made with non-organic wheat, sweetened with a ton of sugar or high fructose corn syrup, and have unsavory ingredients. This is perfectly Bobby approved. It's gluten-free, but they're using watermelon seed flour, cashew flour, sunflower flour, flax. Who does that? We're not talking about cheap gluten-free grains like corn and potato starch. Those are nutrient-dense ingredients like watermelon seed flour, a touch of coconut sugar made with coconut oil, real vanilla, and 12 thins only has 7 grams of added sugar. So you're talking about just about half a gram of paleo sweetener per thin. They're yummy, and the price is dino. I mean, $9.79 for almost a pound bag. This is probably half the price of anything at a normal grocery store. You make this into like the base of maybe a freezer cheesecake or crumble it on top of a yogurt parfait. They are so delicious. I have them in my pantry. You have to try it. You'll love it. And remember, listen, when you're at the store and you're not sure if something is clean, scan it with the free Bobby approved app, which was featured on the Today Show 2 weeks ago because we have over 100,000 5-star reviews. You can scan any barcode. It tells you if it's good or bad. It highlights the bad ingredients. It tells you why the bad ingredients are bad and gives you a better recommendation. It's like having me go shopping with you, and it's free. Download it on the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store. I'll put links down below. There's yet another new coconut product in the chill chest here. It's this coconut water, which is so interesting because this company, Copra, if you remember, like 3 weeks ago, they had the coconut smoothie here, which I loved. We went through it so quick, and it's not here anymore. And they don't even have Harmless Harvest or the Kirkland coconut water here, but this is the same thing. It's the Thai pink coconut water, which for me is the sweetest, most delicious coconut water, especially on a hot summer day. 6 bottles for $14 is way cheaper than the grocery store. But the benefit of this is it's natural electrolytes on a hot summer day. So it calls it out right here. Look at this. Potassium, 20% daily value. Chloride, 30% daily value. This was the original electrolytes. I made the most delicious drink. I took some coconut water, mixed it with the coconut smoothie, and then sprinkled in some of my Flav City pineapple coconut electrolytes. It was amazing. So if you want a really refreshing, chilled, very minimally processed coconut water, grab these right here. And if your Costco has still the company Copra, that coconut smoothie, try that too. It's so yummy. I was a bit surprised they brought this back in the summer, but they did, and it's limited because it has a star. But it's beef broth from a really good company. It's Roli Roti organic beef bone broth, and it's just 3 ingredients. It's organic beef bones, carrots, and water. That's it. I was actually drinking bone broth this past weekend because my voice got a little touch of laryngitis, so this was very soothing to that. But to make soups and stews and sauces, this stuff is great. It's 2 24-ounce containers for $12.69. I know they do, I think, still have the kettle and fire in the middle aisle too, but bone broth is not just delicious for recipes, it's so good for your gut because it's loaded with the collagen and the gelatin and something called chondroitin, because all of that yummy stuff is extracted from the grass-fed beef bones. So if you need some in the middle of summer, I know it sounds crazy, but it's here for a limited time and it's a great deal. All right, friends, that is it for the top 10 new items here at Costco in July. And there's a lot of them, and many of them are perfect for the summer. So write down your shopping list. Come on down the warehouse and do some shopping. Do also check out thrivemarket.com. Once again, my link down below gets you 30% off your first order and a free gift. But they have the summer sale going between 7/6 and 7/13 with 25% off hundreds of items. But that is it. I got more shopping to do. I will see you soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love from me to you, and peace. Bye.